What's up, everybody? So we're working on the donk. We putting in a new. So we figured that the converter was too tight. So we took the old one back to PTC and they redid it for us. So we're gonna drop it off to them, or we just picked it up. Fresh converter, ready to go in. We're gonna put this TCI. We already had a PTC in here. We just got it back today. We're gonna put it back in to 75. So let's get it cracking. And I started kind of unbolting it and everything. I turn it on once I pull it back, everything down. Got the old converter out. Just the BSTCI that we had. We're gonna go in with the PTC, baby. So we're gonna lock her on in. So I'm gonna get her out, put on the floor. Like he was over there talking. Converted out.
What you kept talking about? He cool though.
Yeah, can pull this in, can fill this up with transmission fluid, slide that down, put it back together. Probably gonna re-weld it. They need to be probably grind that down and put a real hot pass on it.
You got welder here?
Yeah, my welder's still here.
Oh, okay.
So, take that, put that in the vise, and put it in the vise and grind them welds down so I can put a good hot pass on it. You see how they just globbed on there? So get the grinder. So yeah, we found that they had made a compliment for the car that was cracked. So we're gonna go ahead and put this back together. So, transmission, put a cord in here. We done with it. Transmission is in. Torque converter almost finna be bolted in. He's grinding the thing over there. I gotta rotate the crank over, get it back done. We're gonna see what she's pulling like after, we should be wrapped on about 15-20 minutes. Coming along real nice. Transmission jack on this makes a big difference when you're doing jobs like this. But we're getting it. Torque converter bolts in. They're in, as you can see. You never tighten them all the way up until you're ready to do your final thing. Because if you tighten one up, you might need a little wiggle room. It might be just off a little bit. So that's the Hellcat motor in my car that got the water sucked in when I ran in that water. Yeah, still ran though. Might see what it got. I'll take it home one day. So this is grind that down some. He's gonna need to grind it down a little bit more. That might be good. Put a good hot pass weld on and send it back in the car. But it's grinding back down. I ran out of welding gas, but it's definitely a lot stronger than what it was. Still, you can still see when you grind it down smooth, you can still see the hairline cracks in it. So now, when you grind it down smooth, you see no cracks, put another pass on just to be on the safe side. Both sides are good. So we're gonna put this back on in the car. Everything back together, trans back in, converter bolted, fix that mount. Drive shaft back in. Cross member bolted. Just doing a little checklist, making sure I ain't missing nothing. Steering linkage back together. So he said he tightened up all the torque converter bolts. So we're good on that. So I let it on down. Start it up, warming on up. The car is ice cold. I don't know why the fuck they car idle so damn high. You did that? Huh?
Yeah, he did it.
Oh. Yeah, we gonna start this back over. Check one more thing. First drive on it. Gonna see what it's doing. Told him let it warm up before he get to trying to do all that. I told his ass, you're moving so fast. So he back. Sounds a little more responsive. Feel the same. It's worse. Would it feel like you're slipping? We'll go, I'm gonna ride with you. We're gonna go for a test ride. Definitely it feels more snappy. Are you full throttle? It don't feel like. Definitely changed in the tune for sure because it's hanging up in the gears now. It ain't never broke down and went to that high before. Well, I went back to the shop. But we figuring so we need this car definitely needs a tune. Man, we ain't went through everything to figure out why the car's not making the power that it should. We got a small pulley, converter been redone, another transmission that got put in. It's like it's not making the boost that it should be making. And I don't see why it's not going to be making no boost, but there's got to be something going on. We're going to have to get a real tuner. We did have a local tuner messing with it. We're gonna let somebody else check it, put their eyes on it and see. Tomorrow I'm probably gonna data log the dump. I had to pull everything out the Hellcat, the HP tuners, the laptop, and just log the car and see what it's doing. Change.
Now that they just taught me this shit ain't shit.
Well, we figured out the problem with the car. So I just did some data logging on the car, on the donk. Data logged everything. We couldn't figure out why the car probably never made no boost. So we swapped the supercharger out, still no boost. Thought the converter was the problem, changed the converter, still wasn't a problem. Changed the trans, still wasn't a problem. So we decided, is that metal? Yeah. That ain't good.
It's still breaking oil though. That could be old metal built up.
I say pull it, or if we don't put, shit, check the bearing. If it's a bearing scar, we can catch it. If a bearing is scarred, we can catch a bearing. Place the bearing, that ain't shit. Bearing ain't no rod bearing. But it's on you.
It's that in the car.
Not bearing.
How come it's that?
You gotta pull the pan to see the bearing.
Pull the pan right there.
It ain't hard to pull the pan on the motor.
No.
Oh well, we'll pull the pan. To be honest. But we gonna pull the pan. That's not straight oil. Man, when we pull the drain pan, man, it's water shot out of it, and about 30 seconds to a minute later, we should start getting oil. Yeah, that makes sense then. But hey, well, we wanted to do 243s. Look like we doing it faster than what we expected. So, but yeah, they're gonna add a little more power to it. But thank y'all for liking the videos, tuning into the videos. We did some figuring out. I know.
I just looking 317 on there, right?
We're gonna drop it down. But yeah.
Racing the car.
We'll turn y'all back on. End up figuring out the problem with the donk. So all this time we've been chasing problem after problem after problem. We can never figure out why the Dakota, he just brought to my attention that the Dakota digital, one side reads the passenger side, one side reads the driver side. The car, the OBD reads the driver's side, and the Dakota digital reads the passenger side. It was always a 20 to 30 degrees difference. We never could figure out why. We just thought the Dakota was faulty or something wasn't right. So the car would be 208 or 210 or 200. The Dakota read there was like one something, like 160, 170. I should have been recording when we pulled the drain plug, but man, stuff shot out of there so liquidy. Then it turned thick. So we know that the car did blow a head gasket. So tomorrow, I guess we're gonna break them down. I get to play with my new toy, my new snap-on toy. I got a snap-on torque wrench. I've been wanting to play with it. So tomorrow we're gonna break it down. I did not bring the Regal home. The heat, I might just finish it up here, but we did not get done with the Regal. But we did finish the trans with a converter swap on the donk, then blew the head gasket. But we thinking the head gasket been blue. So we did have another Pro Charge on there. We had a V2, I believe. And they need to be rebuilt, but the car still, we were logging the car. It was making no boost. We never could figure out why. We thought it was intake. Well, we thought it was what you call it? We thought it was the blower, okay? But the blower did need to be rebuilt, and then we thought, okay, cool, it might be an intercooler. So we ditched the intercooler. So we ended up finding out it wasn't either one. Come to find out now, we know what it was. So we put the V7 on there, the bigger blower, and ended up finding out that it was still doing the same thing. And like I said, now we know what was the cause. So if y'all can only see her about to do some jump rope, but don't hit yourself in the head. But problem solved. We're gonna break it down tomorrow or the next day. He's trying to make the track the weekend, so today is what? What's today? Friday? Well, technically it's Friday. So we're gonna break it down later on today, swap the heads out, put 243s on there. We should have put on there the first time instead of some $317. But they told him keep the compression low as you possibly can for boost. Man, ain't like we making no 40, 50 pounds of boost. We not. Well, that one's not. But like I said, we had a 333 pulley on there. Still no boost. Boost going straight from the vortex straight to the intake. We should be making some boost somewhere in there. But man, like I said, I appreciate all the love and support we've been getting lately on all the videos. We're trying to reach the 500 mark, subscribe mark. I really appreciate y'all. Rose do too, even though she be out of sight and out of mind. And that's my #1 hater.
There you go.
All right. Well.